action. We kick it off in Tennessee. It will be Chritobin getting the ball first to start off this club final. Let's get to know these players a little better. Starting off with SomeSerious, Nikhil Powell, 28 years old, Memphis, Tennessee. Madden 19 Titans Club champion TD, and talking with them, he said, this means so much as a lifelong Titans fan. He wants to rep his hometown team.
Yeah, lifelong Titans fan, favorite players Eddie George and Air McNair. You're going to see him, he's very unique. He runs that spread offense, but he has a lot of concepts that you don't see as the meta here in Madden.
Every game will have a little MUT item to watch. Somebody to keep an eye on, a key player for each player. And how about SomeSerious? Randall Cunningham running a skateboard. A skateboard is so good in Madden 20, not seen nearly as much here in 21.
Yeah, you don't see it often. That's the thing about SomeSerious. Very unique. Bringing out that Cunningham, escape bars. Look for some rollouts, maybe some design QB runs, but he's going to be very effective and try to get outside the pocket.
On the flip side, former belt winner, Madden 19 Challenge champion Chritobin, Christian Lamenzo, 22 years old, from Brandon, Florida. Almost $60,000 already earned in his young career. Won that belt in Madden 19, the defending Titans Club champion. He's looking, one word, TD, looking for respect.
Yeah, he's been very consistent since he's come onto the scene. Like we said, had a good year, but not a great year last year. Looking to bounce back in that Carolina Panthers offensive playbook.
Take a look at Chritobin's MUT item to watch. How about a tight end that's getting a little more play, TD? We've seen him a little more. Todd Heap with tight end apprentice.
Yeah, relatively new here to MUT 21. That Todd Heap, good size, good speed. Use him at that tight end with that route apprentice ability. Put him on some different routes in that gun bunch offense.
Let's get things going. Let's start this one off. How about the battle to kick off this game, TD? Sometimes the opening match on the card, it's a little bit of energy. Sometimes it's a little bit of a lower card fight to let people file in. This is a main event fight with the first game of the day.
Yeah, this really could be the main event of any other slate. I mean, I feel like these guys would meet in the final 32, final 16 of any other tournament, and here we go. We get it in the final 64. I'm excited for it. You're going to see Chritobin here starting with the ball, Carolina Panthers offensive playbook. He loves this gun bunch, but he did say he'll mix in his personnel. You know, sometimes we'll see 2 tight end, 2 running back, sometimes 3 receiver, and he will audible around a little bit. Look for SomeSerious to bring heavy blitz on every play.
He wants to bring the heat, the kitchen, the stove, the microwave, wants to bring everything and make it tough for Chritobin to air things out. And you see that? How about first play? A little intentional grounding. Screamer off the edge.
You see it first play. Now the story of the game, will Chritobin be able to pick up that heat? He said he's prepared for it. He's been labbing for it. He doesn't really have a crew, but he has a lot of members of the community that, he said at least 10 guys that have helped him, a lot of big name guys. And SomeSerious, like I said, he's going to bring that heat every single play. Does Chritobin have an answer for it?
You see Chritobin just over his right shoulder. You see his jersey from last year. I'll flex on being the defending Titans Club champion. It's basically a 2nd and 20. Davis in motion. His farm drops back to pass. Pressure picked up nicely. Looks over the middle of the field. Low ball, and it's incomplete. Unbelievable drop on a wide open receiver.
Unfortunate break right there. Chritobin did an excellent job picking up the heat. He moves that Chad Ochocinco Johnson around, put him on a post route. He only sent 2 routes out. He blocked everyone, picked it up perfectly, but gets an unfortunate break and already a difficult 3rd and 20 to start the game.
3rd down and a country mile. Favre dropping back to pass. Pressure up the middle. Down goes Favre. So first drive of the game for Chritobin. An incomplete pass and 2 sacks. He'll have to punt this one away. What a defensive stand from SomeSerious.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start if you're SomeSerious. He dialed up the heat, and then on that 3rd and 20, he basically let everyone back in coverage and forced Chritobin to beat him deep. He had a nice little flood route combo, but SomeSerious expecting that, and he forces the early 3-and-out.
As these guys get their audibles set up on the other side of the ball, TD, one thing that I think is always used, a word that you use to describe SomeSerious, unique. He always brings something different to the table offensively.
Yeah, he really does. One of my favorite players to watch. And there's a few guys in the community, and we've named them before, but really, he's at the top of the list when it comes to some different stuff. I remember last year, he really primarily ran spread, shotgun spread only. This year, he is in the Carolina Panthers playbook, so he's going to mix in the bunch, but he really is a spread player. He has great route combos, great spacing within his offense. He likes to have a mobile quarterback. So I'm looking forward to seeing some big things out of him on offense. It's going to be up to Chritobin now. You know, he said he's prepared for the spread. He said he's prepared for the escape artist. But man, until you get out there and you see something you haven't really seen, it's tough to react to.
Yeah, if it's your first time joining us, watching a competitive Madden game, first of all, welcome. We welcome everybody watching on Twitch, YouTube, and our various streaming platforms. You saw that delay of game decline, gentleman's agreement by competitive players to allow them to get their teams set up. So that's a commonplace situation you will see across these competitive Madden games. 1st and 10. Out of what looked like the gun spread halfback week, it'll be Reggie Bush picking up 2.
Yeah, a little read option to start. You see Cunningham as his quarterback, escape artist, like we said. So you don't see that often this year. We usually see one of those gunslingers like Favre or Josh Allen, but he has that Randall Cunningham, so some read options. I would expect to see maybe some RPOs, some fades to the outside, some curl flat combos. He literally loves this spread. He's very comfortable in it.
Julio, Ocho Cinco, Darren Waller, Terry McLaurin. Early timeout taken by SomeSerious. Didn't like something he saw from Chritobin's defense.
Yeah, I mean, early in the game, great time to call those timeouts. Remember, SomeSerious, he really came onto the scene, Madden 19 Titans Club champion, and he was the last chance qualifier winner back in Madden 19. And Chritobin actually knocked out SomeSerious later on in the Madden Bowl. So these guys do have a little history.
Yeah, SomeSerious says he was looking for revenge. He wanted to avenge that loss. Hasn't forgotten it. Terry McLaurin comes in motion from right to left. It will be Cunningham dropping back to pass. Only 2-man rush. Batte,
Get up.
Harris with the lurk. Can he get up and run? He cannot. We'll go the other way. Chris Harris with the pick. How about Chritobin getting a defensive stop?
Way to bounce back for Chritobin. Not sure what SomeSerious was trying to do there. It was a little smoke screen, but I think Chritobin had that manned up kind of across the field. I think SomeSerious, he looked a little confused that those last 2 plays. I mean, he called the timeout. He took a while on the next play. I think he might have been confused by Chritobin's defense, and man, Chritobin benefited from it.
10, Favre. In trouble. Throwing it left side. Not going to get it inbounds.
Yeah, you see him trying to thread the needle there. Wasn't really open. Man, SomeSerious bringing the heat. Chritobin only sending out 2 routes. I mean, he's really max protecting. He even used a motion blocker there to pick up the extra heat. Tried to throw that outside corner route. Nothing doing.
Eventful defensive first quarter so far. Pressure off the edge. Down goes Favre. Mills coming off the edge. SomeSerious sending pressure from every angle.
Yeah, you see it there. And Chritobin did the same thing he's been doing. He only sent out 2 routes, tried to max protect. And, you know, that's the thing about these blitzes sometimes. They come in randomly a little bit. So when you're sending the heat, man, if you're Chritobin, I might start thinking about sending out 5 routes, making quick reads. Looks like SomeSerious in the 1-4-6 here, playing a little more coverage.
There's that quick throw to the flat. And Chritobin cannot believe some of the passes that he hasn't completed.
Yeah, he's getting a few unlucky breaks here. You know, we saw that post route he dropped earlier, which was a big play. Would have gotten some yardage back. And right there, that little flat route might have gotten him into field goal range. And now he has to punt. So that's another big stand for SomeSerious. A little bit of fluke going his way.
Not a great punt. TD, I just got to check. I'm making sure. Yeah, I'm looking at the score. But this is Madden 21. I have not seen a 3-possession, only taking 2 minutes off the clock drive since all the way back in Madden 20.
Yeah, and these guys said they were prepared for what each other were going to do, but until you get out on that field, Nick, you never know what's going to happen. Read option again, and boom, what a hit stick right there by Chritobin. So, yeah, just a defensive battle so far. Night Train Lane with the big hit.
I love that he has the old-style helmet on. It almost looks like it's too big for him. It almost looks like it's covering his eyes. It's like a little Giants helmet.
Yeah, I know. It's so cool to see those helmets they used to wear back in the day compared to now. But, you know, I want to see a little bit more here from SomeSerious. That first drive, he looked very confused. He was kind of slow. Called the timeout. Didn't really know what he was doing. He's going to the gun bunch here, so we haven't seen this yet. He's been in the spread. Now he's going to – let's see what he has in the bunch.
Back to Bush. Positive yardage this time. He'll get back the 2 he lost and pick up another 2. It'll be 3rd and 8. Tiddy, it's not shaping up for the offensive shootout that I think we might have thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I really thought it might have been that. You know, both these guys known for their offense. especially SomeSerious. He's really known as a unique, prolific offensive player. Both guys were very high in their scoring rank coming in, but man, defensive battle.
Cunningham, 3rd and 8, left side. All right, so now for the people at home that might be confused, that's called a first down. We just had our first one of the game. Yeah, the offense really picking up now, Tyler Davis.
first down. I think that right there is important to note right there, because lately what we've seen in the competitive scene is these curl routes. They are back. They are really effective right now. All you want to do is throw a low ball pass, click on, aggressive catch it. They're very difficult to stop, especially in man-to-man coverage. SomeSerious goes to that on a crucial 3rd down conversion.
Back to the spread. Great option. Bush picks up 3. I mean, listen, it's only 4 carries. But this read option doesn't seem particularly effective against Chritobin's defense.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. But I like it from SomeSerious. You want to stay balanced. You don't want to get one-dimensional. He's sticking to it, but you might need to find a couple better runs because that read option, Chritobin's all over it.
Still scoreless here. First game of the day, full day of action in the AFC South. We're so happy to have you along with us. Nick Mazesco, Tyler Davis. The defense is standing tall in this game so far. 2nd and 7. He's into the bunch. SomeSerious trying to run meta and takes a delay of game.
Yeah, and he's looked a little, I don't want to say slow, but he's taken a lot of time with his play calling. You know, he's getting down to the last second. I'm not sure if he's confused for what he's seeing, but it just seems like he's moving very slowly with his play calling and when he gets to the line.
McLaurin in motion. Got Mostert wide left. As Cunningham. 3-man rush.
Come on, bro.
TD, listen, I don't know if we have, but if you haven't been here watching a lot of these competitive Madden games, the #1 ability that's been almost on every quarterback is gunslinger. That throw right there is an example of when you don't have gunslinger.
Exactly, Nick. You nailed it. If that's gunslinger, that's a conversion, and that's a first down because the curl route was open, but without that gunslinger ability, it'll get in there as fast as he wants it to.
Oh, that is machine Mostert.
Diving catch made, but it's short of the line of game. 4th and short. You'd say decision time, but this is no decision. SomeSerious looks like he's bringing the offense back out of the field.
4th and inches. That was a nice play right there, that little dig route. He had Mostert out there who actually burned his man. You see that this year. Mostert is burning some of the best man-to-man DBs. But 4th inches, he's going to go for it now. It's a big play in the game for both guys. I would expect him to stick to the passing game, but everything in the playbook is open.
4th and short. Cunningham.
Let's go.
Trying to hit that curl route.
Man, these folks cheat me, fool. Come on.
TD, I'm wondering, like, again, it's early in the game, but I'm wondering, is it possible to run a passing offense in Madden 21 without gunslinger?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think if you want to pass pretty much every play what both these guys are doing, you're going to need gunslinger. It just is such an added ability this year. You get the ball way faster in there. Without having it, your passes are too slow, and you've seen it. It's paid dividends in a negative way here for SomeSerious so far.
Looking over the top, he's got him. That's Chad Johnson to the 15-yard line. First completed pass for Chritobin. He's inside the red zone.
Big-time dot right there, crossing route over the middle. And, Nick, if you remember back when we saw young Tony playing yardstick in the Chiefs championship, yardstick was bringing heavy heat every single play, just like SomeSerious is doing. And Tony started going to that crossing route out of gun bunch that was working. And you see Chritobin did the exact same thing right there, lobbed it over the top for a big play, and now he's in the red zone.
I mean, young Tony, of course, one of the great Madden minds. So that's a pretty good guy to follow the lead of. 1st and 10. Go to a little I formation.
Oh,
yep, nowhere to go there. The AP with the carry. We'll lose 4.
Phenomenal run defense right there by Serious, standing up for himself. But I like the play call by Chritobin. You know, he's just been passing every single play. What got him to that championship back in Madden 19 was he was balanced, and that was a passing game as well. But he stayed balanced, brought him to that championship. So I want to see Chritobin stay a little bit more balanced, but he is comfortable in that gun bunch here, going back to it.
Second down, here comes the pressure, and once again, another intentional grounding You wonder how many more of those Chritobin is going to take until he changes the game plan.
Yeah, you got to be careful now. You know, one more of those and you might be out of field goal range. So if you're Chritobin here, 3rd and 24, the way you're playing defense, I might just hand the ball off. Maybe a little outside zone, try to get outside of this kind of pinch 3-4 defense and get into field goal range. You see SomeSerious going back to the 1-4-6. But yeah, I would audible down here. Just get your run, get your field goal off. Take the lead the way you're playing defense.
He does hand the ball off. I mean, it's weird to say how we saw this game going pregame, but 3-0 could win it. The way these defenses are playing.
Yeah, it looks like it. You know, just complete opposite of what we thought.
Kick is up. It is good. First points of the game with 4:02 on the clock in the second quarter. 3-0 to the defending champ, looking to go back-to-back. So take a knee in the end zone. Defense is standing tall so far. SomeSerious back out on offense. TD, it hasn't been pretty. Mainly, I mean, again, we're going to keep harping on it. That lack of gunslinger has cost him a couple first downs.
Yeah, it's really been huge. It's really hurting him so far. I want to see a little more juice here out of SomeSerious' offense. You know, he said he's been playing bad so far, and he has. You know, a couple unfortunate breaks with those low balls and the curls, but he's got to get something cooked up here. I want to see him with a little more tempo, too. He's just kind of playing laid back. Get something going.
Yep, how about a sack? How about some defense from Chritobin Jackson? Tagging down Randall Cunningham. Escape Artist doesn't help when the pressure's there immediately.
First time we've really seen Chritobin dial it up. Escape Artist not even as close as good to last year. You know, rolling out's not even the same. That gunslinger is kind of costing him right now. The heat's coming.
Get to him. Come on.
And now you're starting to hear confident Chritobin. All of a sudden finding some defense.
Come on, grab it, grab it, grab it.
Out.
Get
it's
up.
sitting there for
Get
anyone
in the
to take.
Get in the end
Jackson.
zone. Let's go.
He'll take the easiest 4-yard stroll to the house. Chritobin.
Needed that.
Offense might not be rolling, but the defense puts up points. He takes a 2-score lead.
Oh boy, Chritobin really dialing it up now. The last few plays of that drive, bringing the heat, sack, fumble, 4 yards in the end zone. Chritobin with the 2-possession lead.
Hey, I got this shit conservative, bro.
Kick is away. My, how this game has changed in the last about 40 seconds. Sanders will take the knee. Take a look at this one more time, TD. The pressure right down Broad Street.
Yeah, bringing them all. Bring 6 and 7 guys. They come clean, and he walks into the end zone untouched.
Well, what sort of response does SomeSerious have?
Ah, damn, DLC.
Nothing really working so far, but a nice start to the drive to the 46-yard line. See if Randall Cunningham can make some plays. Into the bunch goes SomeSerious. You're in the 2-minute warning in the first half. And it is Cunningham dropping back to pass. And he's looking left side of that corner out again. Tight coverage.
No way.
Julio can't come down with that one.
Man, he's honestly, SomeSerious is missing reads. Even on the sack fumble, he had the flats open. He could have got some yards back. He had the little out route on the play before. And then right there, he had the drag coming across. I think this pressure got to him a little bit because he does have things open. He just got to sit in the pocket and make some reads with Randall Cunningham.
Tackles.
There's Waller, quick throw. Finally seeing a little bit of the quick throw game. TD, I feel like both these guys may be stretching their vision too far downfield.
Yeah, good point. You know, they do have some of the underneath stuff open. I've seen some flats. I've seen some drags, some in routes. They got to stick, you know, to their game plan. Check down. Don't try to go deep every play. That's a recipe for a disaster. Take your underneath stuff, work the way down the field, and get some points on the board here, especially if you're SomeSerious.
4. Cunningham. There's the escape artist we've been waiting to see. When escape artists would come into play. Finally, SomeSerious scrambling with Randall.
He invested that AP into that escape artist. You might as well use him. Takes it up the middle, gets a nice first down. Goes a little tempo here now to that read option RPO. I like it. I want to see SomeSerious, get in a groove on offense. Get a couple completions. Run the ball a little bit. Get that momentum going. Looking like he's using a little more tempo.
User.
Uh-oh. And
User. Get out of there, Night Train. Pick up the block.
Night Train lane, turn out the lights on SomeSerious. Another interception for Chritobin, now in firm control.
Great user pick by Chritobin. That route was going to be open. It was man-to-man. His receiver burnt the man, but then Chritobin came over with another player with his user, gets a huge pick six by Night Train, or excuse me, just an interception by Night Train, and now he's up by 2 possessions with ball. Great defense right there by Chritobin.
The defense, Christian Lamenzo making plays. He'll snap this ball. Pressure picked up nicely. He's looking for that crosser again. And he's got him one more time to the 24-yard line. He's in a groove now.
Looks like Chritobin found a little recipe for that heavy blitz. If he can just pick up that pressure, which he did, it's been kind of 50-50. If he can pick up that heat, he has things open. He rolls out right there. Favre, gunslinger, crossing route, big-time play.
Get out of there, AP.
Now it's Peterson.
Let's go.
And AP, little shimmy shake in the hole to the house. Chritobin, all of a sudden it was scoreless after 1. It's not scoreless anymore.
The former belt winner has broken it open, 17-0. I like the play call. Just audibles to little wide trips, power O. Adrian Peterson, the legend, up the middle. Nice touchdown, goes untouched.
These last 3 minutes, TD. We thought we might not see any scoring. Now, 17-0, all set up by Chritobin's defense. Scoop and score, and then a pick. It turns into this touchdown from AP.
Yeah, just a little swerve right there. Follows his blocker, gets in the end zone. Chritobin fired up, rightfully so.
AP.
17.
Let's go!
First down and 10. SomeSerious needs an answer. He'll give it to Reggie Bush. I think the first time we've seen that read option actually break for a big run to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, we had a boring start, and we've had some fireworks here lately. This is a big drive in the game for SomeSerious. These last 3 minutes, probably some of the worst 3 minutes of his Madden career as far as how it's gone, but there's plenty of time to bounce back. Breaks a nice big run there. Now, if you're SomeSerious, only 1 timeout, so at the very least, you need 3 points here to stay alive. Obviously, a touchdown will be great, but you're working against the time. So just try to get into field goal range, get those points, and get down by 2 possessions going into half.
Cunningham on first down. Right side. Wow, Waller not in bounds. It's going to be a 2nd and 10.
Crucial mistake right there, Nick. He didn't go with the possession catch. He went with the rack catch, and that cost him because if he would have possession caught it, he would have caught it and got out of bounds. Bad mistake right there by SomeSerious.
Now trying to take off with Randall. But the Chritobin defense, led by the former Colt, Dwight Freeney, shutting down that plan. Hurries back to the line on 3rd and 13. Cunningham back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket.
Tackles.
It looked like 4 curl routes in a flat.
Yeah, he goes with curl flat right there. Pretty much stock curl flat. 2 flat routes, 2 curl routes, the running back on a little delay route. Now 4th and inches. That was unfortunate for SomeSerious because you got to convert this, but you got to get out of bounds. Also, you probably could go 1 time in the middle and spike it and kick your 3. Big play in the game right here.
Cunningham stepping up. That short, he's not going to get there. Night Train Lane might be the player of the game for Chritobin's defense.
Chritobin's defense has stepped up. And the one thing about the spread offense, you don't have any blockers on the line like you would in a gun bunch. You can't block that tight end. Chritobin recognizing that, just bringing the heat, and SomeSerious has had no answer for the blitz.
1st and 10.
AP again.
AP trying to find some room right side, but nowhere to go. Picks up 3 for Chritobin, though. All he's thinking about, just get this to the second half. 3-score lead. TD, he's got to feel like he's in great shape.
He feels great, especially the way he's playing on defense. He could be a little aggressive here, but you don't really want to risk anything. Go up 17-0 at half. We'll see if he maybe takes a shot but you just don't want to get like a strip sack fumble to the house to put SomeSerious back in the game.
This time where every Madden player is just going no fluke. No fluke. Favre dropping back. Blitz picked up nicely. Held the corner route. Ocho Cinco! Ocho Cinco to the house! Okay, how's that for a response? Put your floaties on. User better get the life jacket. It's 23 skunk.
There's a reason why pretty much everyone has Chad Johnson on their squad. It shows you why right there. Just out route breaks a tackle and goes to the house. And we have blowout city here in the first half of the Titans Club Championship.
24-0. It was 0-0 at the end of one. And one of these players still has 0. Unfortunately, the other one's put up 24 unanswered. One more time, simple corner out, just no tackling.
Yeah, just a corner out right on the cut. Chad Johnson was good coverage, but Chad Johnson, just a beast, breaks the tackle and goes to the house.
Chritobin, dominance right now.
No tackle. Let's go to half,
Hand off to Bush. Nowhere to go, and
we pause again,
go
right,
to
Tyler?
halftime.
Okay.
TD. What can SomeSerious do in the second half to get back into this game?
Man, he's going to get the ball, but he's got to get 7 on this drive. You see him putting his head down. He's upset with how he's played. And that second quarter is probably the worst second quarter SomeSerious has played in his Madden career. Chritobin, so much defense, and he's looked dominant in the second quarter.
After 2, the defending champ in firm control. 24-0. Chritobin with the lead over SomeSerious. Looking, put some respect on his name. You know, these Titans, they got King Henry. Well, they're about to have a King. What looks like Chritobin. Game's not over yet. They're gonna get, winner of this game will get a custom Titans crown. They'll get to walk around like royalty. TD, I'd be wearing that everywhere if I could go anywhere right now.
Oh man, imagine wearing that out, showing that off to your friends. That is some nice stuff right there. It's pretty cool looking, man. I want to wear something like that. You know, King Henry, now we might have a King Chritobin.
King Christian. Looking over the middle, caught by Bush. It will be SomeSerious with the ball first. And TD, you know, talking about SomeSerious, he gave a lot of credit to his crew for the preparation coming into this game. He labs with some real goons in the Madden community.
Yeah, he really does. You know, as we see a little
night train. I didn't even want to put you in, but you know, I know he likes to run.
I love the way
so
SomeSerious plays. You know, very unique. But some of those play calls, man, a little RPO read option right there, blowing up in the back for that scary stuff. 3rd and 5. Now going back to the curl flats.
Tackles.
Underneath
He can
to
have
Darren
that all
Waller.
freaking game.
Yeah, back to SomeSerious crew. Labbing with guys like Pro Legend. I mean, one of the guys who you see in just about every tournament. BOM crew, the brothers of Madden. You know, they prep. And a lot of these guys, the biggest thing that they have is a ton of experience on their side.
Yeah, tons of experience. Legend has been around forever. McKinley Status, who's a former club champion, great player. You got a guy like Big George, great player as well. And they always all play so unique. That's what makes them difficult. They always have a unique scheme they bring to the table. So some great players right there to lab with. Unfortunately for SomeSerious, it's not turning out well. But he's looked better on this drive, and he does have some time. He's got to get it moving.
That angle route again. Oh, Acrobat can't make the play. Reggie Bush down to the 28-yard line. And for the second time today, SomeSerious has worked his way inside the 30. Unfortunately, the first drive that he did that on, it ended in a pick.
You see that Reggie Bush with that backfield master. A reason why he's on pretty much every team as well. You match him up with a linebacker or a safety, and you can throw that pretty much all day long on the angle route. Nice pickup right there for SomeSerious. Looking much better here to start the second half.
Todd Heap in motion to the right side. Just snaps it before the play clock runs out, and he's going to take another sack. Dwight Freeney once again getting free in the middle.
Tries to go to that slant post combo, but man, you see those DNs right there for Chritobin. I mean, they are coming at Randall Cunningham's head right now. They're lighting up, and he's just had no answer for the blitz and for these outside DNs.
Right there. trying to give Chritobin a taste of his own medicine, looking for that corner out, but DRC out there swatting that one away. 3rd down and 12. Cunningham trying to lead a comeback charge. Look, left side, he's got him open. That's Ocho Cinco, 1st down to the 14-yard line. Big play on 3rd down for SomeSerious.
Good patience right there. Just waiting for the drag, coming from the right to the left. He's had these underneath routes kind of all game. He's just really been looking down the field too much. Goes underneath there, and he's in the red zone. Now this is where it gets tough to score. If you're SomeSerious, you kind of need to score and go for 2.
Cunningham, he's going to take off. Escape artist trying to make a play. He'll take a hit. Doesn't fumble the ball and gets down to the 3-yard line.
Scary right there. Going with some tempo. Maybe a little read option inside zone right here. Just try to punch it in versus that 1-4-6.
And he will get into the end zone. All right, SomeSerious is on the board. Step 1 of the comeback train is Reggie Bush into the end zone.
Yeah, could we see one of the greatest comebacks in MCS history? I mean, it's going to be tough. He's going to go for 2. This is the right decision because if you get this 2, you make it a 2-possession game where you need 2 touch. You're going to need a lot of 2-point conversions, Nick. That's the one problem he's going to have here. See what he cooks up.
See if he can't put a 2 on the board, make it a 2-score game. Looking right side, he's got Waller, and he will pick up the 2. Boy, it is amazing. You know, you don't see too many guys not running gunslinger. So you don't really realize how big a difference it is, but that throw right there, I went, there's no way it gets to Wall. He made the catch, but Randall Cunningham, it is amazing to see the difference between one ability.
Yeah, it's such a big difference. You see it right there, just back of the end zone, little corner route to the back of the end zone. Nice possession catch. And that there is a huge difference from that gunslinger to the escape artist. I think personally the gunslinger is the #1 ability you need in Madden 21. It just helps you so much if you want to pass the ball in mud. And it's been a big difference in this game. I think we've seen it. You know, Chritobin, he's had those those close passes that he's gotten off, getting in there because of the slinger. And then on vice versa, SomeSerious, it's been hurting him when he hasn't been able to squeeze it in there with something like gunslinger. So I think we've seen the big difference on why you need that gunslinger in this game.
You know, and Ty, even though he's in great position up by 16, there is a danger. We've seen it a lot of times of taking your foot off the gas pedal, getting a little too conservative. And I mean, this is only a 2-score game.
Yeah, great point. And Chritobin has not looked great on offense, to be honest. You know, he's got a couple big plays off of, you know, tight windows. So if SomeSerious get like a strip sack fumble, he'd be right back in this game.
How about a diving catch to the 36-yard line? Keeps that clock moving and picks up a 1st down for Chritobin. Madden 19 Challenge champion on that DC belt. Really came out of sort of nowhere, Ty. I don't remember a whole lot of hype around Chritobin coming into that tournament, but he looked really good back in Madden 19.
Yeah, he did. Really came onto the scene. You know, he only started playing competitive Madden in Madden 17, so he hasn't been around that long. Really had that. Honestly, it was kind of a Cinderella story in Madden 19. No one expected him to even make a run. He made a run, ended up winning the belt, beating Drini, who we'll see later in the finals. You know, robbing Drini of that 3rd belt. And, man, Chritobin really made a name for himself that year. Then last year came back. He said he was 2 games away last year in the Challenge and in the Classic from making the live event, and then he was the Titans Club champion. Had that crazy game with Lil Man, who we'll see later today, in the final 32, I believe. That went to overtime or last play of the game. So Chritobin had a good year last year. It wasn't like he was a one-year wonder at all, and we see him back here in Madden 21.
Four's up in the chat. We're going to go to the 4th quarter. Chritobin in great position. SomeSerious not out of it yet. 24-8 to the defending champ. Looking to become 2-time. 2nd and 11, Brett Favre. Hasn't had to do a whole lot. But he's made a couple key throws, including one to Chad Johnson. Boy, how different does this game look? As far, he's got him wide open down the field. That's Ocho Cinco again. Not a great animation, but who cares? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Chritobin. He can't be stopped.
Yeah, crossing route just uncovered. You see SomeSerious. I think he blitzed 9 right there. He brought the outside corner. He's just taking chances, gambling. Chritobin takes advantage, steps to the left, and just lobs the wide open crossing route. And Chritobin looking like he's going to go on to become a 2-time Tennessee Titans Club champion.
Well, I was going to say before that touchdown to Ochocinco, how different does this game look if Chritobin doesn't get that touchdown with 8 seconds left in the first half? It was 17-0, touchdown by SomeSerious. It's a 10-point game, but now giving this one up. I mean, the biggest issue isn't whether he can score, because I think SomeSerious has found an offense that's working, but there's just not enough time.
No, there's not. SomeSerious brought 9 defenders right there blitzing. So he only had 2 defenders out there. Chritobin only sent out 2 routes, but SomeSerious user was lacking. He wasn't covering the crossing route, and Chritobin took advantage.
Cunningham goes down once again. Full day of action here in the AFC South. Lowman and Spoto fighting for the Colts Club. Drini and Jay Wolfman fighting for the Jags Club, and Wesley in action taking on Jago. I mean, these are 3 really good games to follow this one up.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, Spoto and Lowman, we won't even have to say a word, Nick. That's going to be entertainment at its fullest. I can't wait for that one. And then we're going to have pretty much 2 big favorites, underdog type matchups, and we saw what happened earlier in the Dolphins Club Championship with Blocky and Dat Boy, so we could see something like that again, but those are going to be 3 big-time matchups.
Fumble, bro. Come on.
Don't you love, I mean, that's such a Madden player thing to say. You're up 31-8 in the fourth quarter. You're still begging for fumbles.
Oh, yeah, he wants it all. He wants another one to end this game. You don't want to give any life to your opponent, and that'll do it right there.
Picked off. It's DRC down the sidelines. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. User, I hope you've got something to keep your head above water, because the flood is pouring right now.
I was about to say the same thing. User's going to get that jacket out, the life vest, because the floodgates have opened. 38-8. Chritobin, just dominant defense.
I don't know how it works, but I think he might have handed that life jacket over to Mo. I think Mo picked SomeSerious. And this game, listen, looked like a scoreless game, but Chritobin's defense over and over again has been making big plays, 2 defensive touchdowns, not to mention another pick that turned into a touchdown on the next drive. I mean, this game might have been over in the second quarter.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to User. That's right, User did pick Chritobin. User, I'm sorry. Don't slander me in the post show, but yeah, Chritobin.
User, slander him. I got made a turkey last show. You better slander Tyler Davis. We need some equal opportunity slanderage.
Oh my God, my User is too crazy that you just get aggressive call. There's just no way.
Chritobin begging for more. He wants it all. I mean, 38-8, and he wants another pick.
1st and 10. Cunningham.
Yeah, man.
Outside of the pocket. That escape artist hasn't done him a whole lot of good.
No, it hasn't, man. You know, I honestly think if, you know, the thing about SomeSerious, he wants to mix in the read option and be able to roll out. So I get that. But, man, I think if he would have had Gunslinger, he would be able to get a lot more of these passes off and would have had more success. So it's a tough call. I know he probably feels more comfortable with the escape artist. You can't go against how you feel, but I think the Gunslinger definitely could have helped him.
Get out of bounds with Bush. Picking up a couple, 13-22, 179, but the 3 picks. Lose the turnover battle, lose the game, especially when 2 of those picks go for touchdowns.
Yeah, and Chritobin didn't look good on offense, really. You know, he didn't need it, though. It was just all defense. You could tell he looks very prepared for this SomeSerious offense, and it paid off.
Over the middle. Fine McLaurin to the 31, and, you know, not only for winning, you know, the Titans Club going back-to-back, but this is a statement from Chritobin that, you know, people need to keep their eye on this guy as we get to the final 32 in January.
Oh, yeah, man. He's very consistent, like we said. Nice little dot right here. But, yeah, Chritobin, like we said, he just came onto the scene, Madden 17, and he's been very consistent. I mean, winning the belt really on his first big tournament. Can't ask for a better start to your career than that. And then you come back, have a solid Madden 20, and here he is back in Madden 21, getting a fumble and becoming the Titans Club champion.
Defense.
seriously, like when it rains, it pours.
Baby.
He's like standing in a swimming pool right now while it's pouring,
Come
while
on,
his
just
house
let
is
me run the
flooded.
ball.
Chritobin's gonna look to just chew this clock out and get out of here with a win. And plus he gets the crown. He gets to wear that crown around. King Christian.
King Christian, King Chritobin, call him what you want. But, man, if he plays defense like that when we get to the final 32, and this AFC South could be potentially one of the best divisions as well, but if he plays defense like this, it'll definitely be difficult to beat.
Let's go, man.
I feel
go.
like King Lamenzo has a real ring to it. Feels good.
Let's fucking
really rolls
go.
off the tongue.
You see the emotion coming out. He's fired up. Back-to-back Titans Club champion. Very difficult to do, and he does it. I'm happy for the young man. Big-time win in dominant fashion.
Ninis and GG's. This one, a no-doubter. 38-8. Chritobin is your back-to-back Tennessee Titans champion.